Welcome to this executive podcast. We're jumping right into Amazon's operations strategy today. Specifically, we're going to explore that incredible two-way street between a company's corporate focus and its operational capabilities. We're going to see how high-level strategy dictates action on the ground, and conversely, how mastering that ground game can actually rewrite an entire corporate strategy. Let's get to it. Here is our agenda. We'll start with the operational tension at the heart of the business, move into their predict, position, and fulfill framework, establish the bidirectional connection, and then look at concrete examples of both top-down and bottom-up strategic flows. Section 1. The operational tension, juggling competing goals. As an operations leader, you are constantly faced with a seemingly impossible question. How in the world do you optimize for fundamentally opposing goals at the exact same time without the whole system collapsing under the pressure? Think about what Amazon is trying to pull off here. They want fast delivery, massive selection, high reliability, low cost, scalability, and extreme convenience. Now, in traditional operations theory, you usually have to pick 2, maybe 3 of those. You want it fast and highly reliable? It's going to cost you. You want massive, infinite selection? Good luck keeping those operational costs low. But Amazon, they insist on absolutely all of them, simultaneously. It's the ultimate juggling act. Keeping all of these heavy, competing targets in the air without dropping a single one requires an incredibly robust and highly coherent operational system. The logistics, the fulfillment design, the data infrastructure, they all have to sing in perfect harmony. Which brings us to Section 2, Predict, Position, and Fulfill, the operational mantra. To maintain that crazy balancing act, their secret sauce is deep technological integration. The crucial point to understand here is that artificial intelligence is not merely a software add-on or an afterthought for them. It is physically, deeply, and strategically embedded right into the core operational logic of the business. And that embedded intelligence allows the company to execute a highly coherent 3-step story. Step 1, predict exactly what customers will buy. Step 2, position that inventory incredibly close to the anticipated demand. And Step 3, fulfill those orders rapidly and dynamically. Let's break that down. Step 1 is prediction. AI models are constantly chewing through massive, incomprehensible amounts of operational data. We're talking purchasing trends, seasonal shifts, historical data, all to predict local demand. They are figuring out what a specific neighborhood is going to need before the actual orders even hit the system. Once the AI makes those predictions, we moved to physical action. Step 2 is positioning. Amazon utilizes that AI foresight to physically reposition inventory across the globe. They move products into the local fulfillment centers that are geographically closest to those anticipated pockets of demand. Finally, Step 3. Once an order is actually placed by a customer, the system dynamically routes it through a massive, highly coordinated fulfillment network. It's a seamless web of planes, ships, and trucks working together to guarantee that fast delivery, high reliability, and low cost are all achieved at the same time. Moving on to Section 3, the bidirectional connection, the core strategy. This is really the intellectual core of our podcast today. Operations strategy and corporate strategy should absolutely never exist in isolated silos. They have to perfectly align to reinforce one another. Think about it. A strategy without the operational capability to actually execute it is just a wish. An operational capability without a strategic goal, that's just wasted energy. This perfect alignment creates 2 distinct directions of flow. First, you have a top-down approach, where high-level strategic choices force the creation of brand-new operational capabilities. And second, you have a bottoms-up flow, where mastering an operational capability from the ground up actually inspires and generates entirely new corporate strategies. Let's look closely at both. Section 4. Top-down. Strategy drives capability. It all starts with a choice. Amazon made a foundational strategic choice to focus on customer obsession. To satisfy that, they realized they needed to offer unprecedented delivery speeds, which directly forced the creation of the Amazon Prime program. But decreeing 2-day or 1-day shipping from a boardroom is the easy part. Actually executing it requires entirely new operational muscle. To meet that top-down strategic demand for extreme speed, Amazon had to invent new physical capabilities. They couldn't just tell their workers to walk faster, right?
They had to completely re-engineer their fulfillment centers from the ground up, introducing massive robotic arms to handle heavy lifting and sorting at a pace that's just humanly impossible.
And they didn't stop there. They deployed huge fleets of automated guided vehicles to dynamically move inventory pods directly to human pickers. This is a flawless example of top-down logic. The high-level strategy of prime delivery speeds literally altered the physical operations on the warehouse floor.
This top-down push extended well beyond the four walls of the warehouse, too. To beat supply chain chaos and guarantee their strategic promises, Amazon engaged in massive external logistics infrastructure investments. They created their own branded shipping containers to control ocean freight, and they built out the prime air logistics fleet. The strategy demanded control, so the operation built an airline.
Now, I want to emphasize that this top-down capability creation isn't just an Amazon phenomenon. Bob Mauch, the CEO of Syncora, highlights how deploying enterprise AI and predictive analytics in inventory management is absolutely crucial for them. They do this so patients can receive life-saving treatments within a day or two. That is a top-down strategy, improving real-world patient outcomes, driving the deployment of operational capabilities on the ground. The logic applies everywhere. All right, Section 5, Bottom Up, Capability Drive Strategy. This is where things get truly fascinating. Let's flip the script. In the process of serving their own retail business, Amazon mastered a deeply complex operational capability, logistics excellence. They learned how to reliably manage incredibly complex flows of inventory and payments at a massive scale. Instead of keeping that hard-won operational excellence strictly internal, they realized the capability itself was a product. So they opened up their platform to third-party sellers, launching the massive strategic program known as Fulfillment by Amazon, or FBA. We see the exact same bottom-up phenomenon with their data systems. To survive the extreme traffic spikes of holiday retail peaks, Amazon developed world-class expertise in building scalable IT infrastructure. Just keeping the website from crashing on Black Friday created a profound operational capability. And again, they commercialized it. That operational competence birthed Amazon Web Services, AWS, launching an incredibly profitable corporate strategy born directly out of pure operational necessity. So I'll leave you with this final, provocative thought to ponder. As you look at your own organization, your own projects, ask yourself, is your strategy simply top-down, just dictating your operational capabilities? Or are you paying close enough attention to the ground floor? Are your hard-won operational capabilities powerful enough to inspire your next great corporate strategy? The most successful organizations, as we've seen today, master the flow in both directions. Thanks for joining me for this executive podcast. Keep learning and keep building.